Shiloh's GoFundMe has basically raised more money than the one for Austin Metcalf's murderer. So this is so this girl is the one that basically called like a 5-year-old kid the N-word, right? Like the 5-year-old kid was like going through their bag or some shit like that, her kid's bag, and then she basically called them an N-word. And like she went viral for it. And the fact that she has over $520,000 raised, and this guy this guy is the fucking murderer that killed that. Hey, yeah, man, you're in my seat. Right? Basically, this guy, right? This is crazy. This is the guy, like his family basically bought a like a $800,000 house, and he got like a new car and shit like that. Yeah, that's this. Racism pays, man. Where's the PewDiePie check? I don't know, man. I think everyone is fucking tired of having white guilt. I think these people are like, I can't believe that this killer has gotten more. I believe there's also a Gives and Go or a GoFundMe for the family, and they don't even have like half of this guy's. I believe maybe half of this guy's like amount that he's raised. But yeah, I believe everyone is sort of just tired of this white guilt, right? This white guilt stuff that's been happening for a long time now, and I think the white guilt narrative is like basically over. I think it is. It's over. I don't think anyone actually fucking cares anymore. Now let's go and check out this video from what's it called again? Sargon. All right.
So something very interesting has happened in the United States, and I'm trying to think of a very delicate way of putting this, but it seems honestly that just a lot of white people in America have just had enough of the way that they are treated and are expected to respond.
Yeah, so he's 100% correct. So if you guys don't know who Tony Moon is one of the original rooftop Korean dudes. That and now if you guys don't know what a rooftop Korean is, let me give you the cliff notes. In the early 90s, I believe it was 91 or 92, there was I think it was 92. There was the Rodney King riots that happened in South Central area. And basically a lot of businesses and homes and South Central in that Los Angeles area was basically on fire. Now, the reason why if you guys don't know, I was directly affected by this. Okay? Now, am I a Korean? Was my family a rooftop Korean at this point? No, they were the, hey, don't do anything, Chinese people, okay? Oh, there's black people come into our store. It's okay as long as you don't come in and steal stuff. But my family had a supermarket down in South Central, and it wasn't too far off of, I believe, the Natural History Museum. It's actually not too far from it. And our supermarket got torched. It was burnt down. It was burnt to a crisp. And we came back the following day, and our supermarket was gone. We tried to gather and scrounge up whatever we can find from the basically rubble. And my family wanted to rebuild it. Is because that's all they had. So the entire family of 6 brothers and my grandparents came together, pulled their money together, and hired contractors. So we had family friends that are contractors to rebuild the supermarket. And I asked my dad, why did it happen? And my dad said it was just some black guy thing. And I was like, it's black people stuff. And I was like, I didn't really understand until I was a little bit more of an adult. But this affected me directly. And ever since then, I was like 5. I was like 4 or 5 when this shit happened. After that, anything that has to do with riots, looting, stealing, torching shit just for injustice, I am immediately against it. All right. So if you guys want to protest, peacefully protest. Do not burn shit down. Just march down the street, say whatever you want. Don't hurt anyone. Don't burn anything down. So now the whole BLM shit happened in 2020 with the whole George Floyd stuff. Fucked up for everyone that was affected. I don't give a fuck what happened. To be honest, I it's just, I don't care what your cause is. Go ahead and protest and don't cause any violence. And I had a friend who asked me if I wanted to donate to the bail fund that Kamala Harris put up. And I told her, without saying this to her face, fuck right off. I basically said no, because I'm a nice guy, you know. I basically told her no, and she doesn't need to know my reasoning, but that's the reason why. I was directly affected by this. I was firsthand. My entire family was affected by this, and I ever since then, you know, I'm not white, but according to the media, I am white adjacent. And whenever I see BLM or any of these black people, you know, Trayvon Martin or fucking George Floyd or any of these people, yeah, if they died and it's, you know, sucks, you know, that you're dead, but their family basically they become millionaires overnight. So I think that's a fucking scam, right? If you want justice for George Floyd and all of a sudden you know, you get a shit ton of money and then you buy a bunch of cars and you immediately forget, you know, oh, what? Oh, yeah, you know, George Floyd's uncle came out of fucking nowhere. And he's like, oh, yeah, my son, you know, my son, my nephew or some shit like that was a great person. It's just like clockwork. A black person dies from a person from a white that's not black. And then all of a sudden they sue something, they become rich. BLM, buy large mansions, exactly the same shit, right? Same thing with the whole Metcalf murder. Like, you know, we're so sorry and stuff like that. And then you know, they get a GoFundMe or Gives and Go, and then they make over what $800,000 or some six whatever, and they buy cars. And look, do you actually care? Absolutely not, right? You actually don't care. And the thing is, everyone's tired of this shit. Not just white people. I think everyone is tired of it. Even black people are tired of this shit, man. It's like people don't care anymore. Look what happened in 2020. Like the whole BLM shit, you know, there's still sort of like I guess you would say like like some reminiscence of like some kind of violence and shit like that that's still happening. That's why I don't drive down to the big cities anymore. I don't go to San Francisco. I don't go to LA. I don't go to any of these big cities anymore because I might get, you know, Antifa might show up. I don't know. You know, I'm white. You know, I'm basically a white to them. I drive a Tesla. Oh, this guy's a white supremacist. That bullshit. And I hate it. Right. And the thing is that the fact that we were so close in a way, you know, so close yet so far to having Larry Elder to be our governor here in the States, you know, the first black governor of California. That's fucking insane. Why don't you vote for him? Oh, because he's a black face of white supremacy. Are you fucking kidding me? Right? Are you fucking kidding me? And I think that's the reason why people are just sick and tired of this shit. It's because people are done. White guilt, whatever it is, you know, people are using the N-word. She used the N-word, almost $1 million. I'm not sure where she is at. I don't know where she's at right now. Right? I'm not sure where she is at right now, but like she has a lot. She has a lot.
To ethnic minorities, in particular black people. Now, I want to be clear that I am not in any way encouraging any kind of racial abuse. I do not agree that we should be racially abusing each other at all. But there is a racial angle to this issue and this story, and I can't properly talk about it without acknowledging that that's the case. So this image is a still from a video that features a young lady, a young mother, called Shiloh Hendrix. Now, I'm not going to play the video because in it she repeatedly uses the N-word because an autistic 5-year-old boy apparently stole something out of her baby bag, and she, I guess, had just kind of snapped. She just kind of had it, and she started calling this boy the N-word. And this was recorded by a Somalian man who was, for some reason, loitering around the kids' park, which we'll get to in a minute.
So wait. So Johnny Somali's dad was loitering at this park and was not related to that black autistic kid that was called the N-word. Why was he there and filming? Why was he filming this? Yeah, I think he's a He's a pedo? Yeah, but that's crazy, man. Registered sex offender with a camera? Yeah, I think so. I think he was there filming kids. I think he was there legitimately filming kids. Fucking insane, bro.
And she was just completely unrepentant. She was like, no, I said what I said. I'm not going to apologize. I'm basically absolutely done with the way that these things keep happening in the United States. And I think this really resonated with a lot of people. And that, one might think, should provoke a national conversation in America about what the standards are for white people and black people, because they're not the same. And we have seen repeatedly standards for black people that would never be accepted for white people
100%.
and vice versa. And it's, of course, not in the white people's favor. And I think
yes, and a lot of people would say that white people basically get mistreated a lot, and I think it's just I don't think it's necessarily true. I think everyone gets mistreated. It's just whatever we're seeing. It's just whatever's the topic, right? So it just so happens that like if a white person did what that black kid did, right, and stabbed that kid in the bleachers, we will have a BLM shit all over again. We will have a George Floyd riot again, right? This will be exactly what happened, but it wasn't, right? So the fact that it's a black kid that killed the white kid, right? And people are going to say that, oh, it's self-defense, is because he warned them and stuff, but like he, like now if you're comparing this to like a person that's living in California like me, right? Did you take all of the appropriate avenues to de-escalate the situation? That black kid did not do that, right? Basically, that white kid was like, hey, man, you need to go. And he might have, pushed him a little bit. And then he's like, do it again and see what happens, right? And he did it again, and he stabbed him in the heart. It's not like he cut his hand. Bro stabbed him in the heart. Bro tried to fucking Kalima him. Stabbed him in the heart twice and fucking fled, right? Now, if it was reversed, that white kid would be locked up. There, I don't think there will be a Gives and Go or a GoFundMe at all. And there's the black kid's parents would came out and wanted $15 million because their son was a good boy, right? So it's sort of the hypocrisy of things. And I think that's where people are just like, what the fuck is happening, right? The fact that it's a black kid that did it and the white kid that died, nobody cares about it, right? And this is where people are just like sick and tired of it. And people are saying, hey, this is fucking unreasonable. And the fact that, we're just done with this. I think there's a lot of people in the States here are just straight up fed up with just like, hey man, I'm done. I'm fucking done. You guys been doing this shit. You guys been playing the race card for, more than 10 years now. Thanks Obama. It's just, I saw this video earlier in its full context. And now the thing is, yeah, the black kid's autistic, but he doesn't have Down syndrome. It's not like the girl sees the face like, oh, whoops, I shouldn't call you the N-word. But look, given the fact, I don't think people care. I don't think people care about the N-word stuff anymore. I'm not defending her, but I am defending her First Amendment right to say whatever she wants. I don't care if it's hate speech, because hate speech is considered freedom of speech. But a lot of people is like, oh, well, freedom of speech is from freedom of consequences, right? She didn't threaten anyone. She just called them a slur, right? You could call her a Cracker Jack box, right? You can call her any kind of white slur, right? I have people call me the Chinese yellow slur all the time, right? I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey, but yeah, you know what? I'm alone. I'm gonna be in town. Me and you are gonna start this channel, and then we're gonna say all these slurs as much as possible. All the slurs, okay? You call me a slur, I call you a slur, we call everybody else a slur. All right. And then We're going to be millionaires. We're going to be millionaires.
I honestly think that part of the issues that people have with the black community stem from this permissiveness about letting them do things that are just otherwise unacceptable in what is supposed to be an integrated mixed race society by liberal standards. And I think this drives a lot of white separatist thought, because, I mean, ultimately, why wouldn't you come to the conclusion that if you're being treated by one standard, another group of people are being treated by another standard, and their standard is not only superior to your own, which is bad enough as it is, but it also hurts your community, you can see why people would be bothered about that, and they wouldn't want any more of this. Anyway, so the original Rooftop Korean says, yeah, fair enough, because during the LA riots, he was guarding his shop roof while black people rioted, burned down, and beat to death some white people because of Rodney King.
Yep. Like I said, if you're gonna come to my store and break into and steal my shit, I will Rooftop Korean you. Right? I'm going to defend my property. But my parents at the time, they don't want trouble. They are Jackie Chan. Don't want trouble. This is bad for you. So, they, you guys can only empathize with what I went through as a kid, right? Like my parents came here from Burma, and like they poured all their money into this business to make a supermarket. And we were there for a couple of years. We were there from like the late 80s to the early 90s, and then like in the mid 90s we ended up selling it, and I believe it got turned into like a Vons or like a Ralph's or something like that. Eventually we got bought out. And I remember I don't have them anymore, but my dad used to have Polaroids of what happened. Like they brought Polaroids and took pictures and everything. And during this time, like not just my family's supermarket, but like the whole entire LA area was on fire. And the only things that the cops did to actually help remedy the issue was basically all the cops in LA went to Beverly Hills and guarded everything there. So if you think about it, the cops did not help jack shit. Right? The cop didn't help jack shit. All they did was, oh, fuck, a lot of like a fucking shit ton of businesses burning down due to rioting and looting from the Rodney King stuff. All right, let's guard the rich people. Let's guard fucking, freaking Beverly Hills. Let's guard the Beverly Hill homes. Like, it's unbelievable, man. Seeing those Polaroids, I remember that shit. Like, I was going through the drawers and so looking for a screwdriver to unscrew like a toy from like, the 80s and shit like that, looking for batteries, and to go through these Polaroids of like burnt down supermarket. And the supermarket was called Sunlight Supermarket in South Central. And I remember I would go to the supermarket every Saturday with my parents, every Saturday and Sunday. And it's just sad. So I do have the lady's Gives and Go pulled up right over here. She has 586,000 out of 1 million. Help protect my family. My name is Shiloh, and I have been put into a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was. Oh, man. Another man who was recently found out, who has history with law enforcement. Oh, so this guy has history? The Somali guy? Not good. Proceeded to record me and follow me to my car. He then posted these videos online, which has caused my family and myself great turmoil. I believe her social security was leaked. She was also doxxed online. My address, my phone number has been given out freely. My family members are being attacked. My eldest child may not be going back to school, even where I exercise has been exposed. I'm asking for your help to assist in protecting my family. I fear we must relocate. I have 2 small children who do not deserve this. We have been threatened to the extreme by people online. Anything will help. We cannot and will not live in fear. Anonymous, anonymous, anonymous. We are so back by $15. That's fucking great, bro. Oh my, anonymous, anonymous. Follow Jesus. Follow Jesus for $20. Anonymous, anonymous. Frederick, I don't know who, I'm not saying it. Support from Asia. I will stand up for my people. God bless you. Remigration advocate. Anonymous giver. Anonymous, 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 anonymous. Base. Anonymous, anonymous. Fucking shit, bro. Support from Asia. So fucking crazy one, man. Oh fuck, bro. Oh my god. Support from Asia. You can't make this up, man. I'm fucking dying, bro. Oh man. Oh, let's go back to the video.
And like I said, this can only go on forever.
Guaranteed Ryan
so
Kinnell's
long.
name is in there. Yeah.
People are going to start really.
I am support from Asia. Okay, that's me. Who else could it be? All right, support from Asia is definitely me.
Really getting resentful. Now, the chap who was filming was apparently
shout out Kongmin Lee,
accused sex offender from Somalia. He was he and someone else will appear in court.
Oh man, I was just joking, a little bit joking, not really, but sort of a little bit joking about the sex offender thing, but it actually is. 2 Rochester men will appear in court May 5th on joint charges of 3rd and 5th degree criminal sexual conduct after being accused of raping a 16-year-old after offering her a place to stay. Occam's razor, huh, chat? Occam's razor. It's the most likely outcome is probably the actual outcome. That is crazy, bro. Like I was like in a way just joking, just like what random dudes from Somali filming little kids at the park. Sounds sort of weird, but not anymore.
On May the 5th, after being accused of raping a 16-year-old after offering her a place to stay. Right. So an accused paedophile is wandering around a kid's play park and films this.
That's
crazy. There exactly? That strikes me as a bit weird, especially as in his defense, he says, well, I didn't do anything wrong. I've been accused.
Bro was scoping out. Bro was fucking camping, was spawn camping these little kids, bro. This guy was spawn camping at a... Look, do you know who goes to the parks? Parents with their little kids. And I could film them. Oh my god. Like, I thought the person that was filming was the black kid's dad or something. This is wild, man. Bro, straight up spawn camping these kids, bro.
Someone says, why did a 16-year-old accuse you of picking her up at a whatever after she ran away from home after you brought her back to a house and accused you of raping her? And he says, when she went back to her foster home, she wanted to play the victim card so attention could not get into trouble. She later said that she was assaulted and admitted, presumably, that she hadn't after she ruined our lives. Now, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to take him at face value on.
Look, I'm not going to sort of profile this guy, but come on. Like, 2 dudes from Somalia hanging out at a park, filming little kids, and actually had trouble with the police with sexual conduct with a 16-year-old. I don't trust these guys.
on that because, frankly, I mean, he's not a young man.
No, he's not.
Grooming 16-year-olds. Just saying, in my country, we have some experience of older foreign Muslim men who spend a lot of their time trying to pick up teenage girls.
Yep.
Vulnerable teenage girls who are in foster homes and things like this.
Yeah.
Hardly respectable gentlemen is the point. So anyway, why this accused sex offender is hanging around at this park is a question I don't have an answer for.
Yeah.
But anyway, so after this, Shiloh Hendrix started a give, send, go because she wanted to help protect her family. Because
so as a filming, Sargon had what's it called again? I want to make sure I got this. Akkad Daily. He has posted that she got 347,000 but she actually has right now I'm going to refresh really quick. I'm literally going to refresh right now. Right, as of right now we checked she has 586. I'm going to refresh. She has 586.88 now. So chat. Oh my god, I literally like I can't say any of these donators. I can't say this. Yeah, people are tired, bro. Like I'm going to zoom in. You guys can see that, right? I'm going to zoom. I can't say that. Anonymous giver, Liber Dan Doherty, Emmett Till, Richard Koberger III, Eli. We Nate the hires. So they swapped the H and the N. Of course, we have this one right here, N-word fatigue. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are fucking tired of this shit, man. And here's the thing. Not all black people are bad people. It's just these people that we see online are the crazy people. And then I think with the whole BLM movement and the whole thing that happened, it just caused a lot of bad tension and bad blood. Now, I do see a lot of Asian old people that get beat up and they die from black people hitting them in the face. And they fall down and their head hits the side of a pavement. And then they die a couple of days later. Those people were never caught. I've seen too many knockout games happening in San Francisco and in the Bay Area, especially in Oakland. And it's disgusting. And I can only empathize with them. And but yeah, like I have really cool black friends who doesn't do any of these kind of stuff. It's just people are just sick and tired of what's been happening for the past 5 years now. This is crazy, man. Absolutely wild stuff. Let's continue.
As she says, we've been into a dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was.
But this doesn't happen without the Carmelo Anthony support. Yep,
100%. Follow me and record me and follow me to my car. He then posted these videos online, which caused my family and myself great turmoil. She got doxxed. A lot of her stuff has been circulated online, apparently. And she's got problems. And so she created a fundraiser. Initially, it was for $20,000. Then it sailed past that, so then it was for $250,000. And now she's raised it to $1 million. And she's on 350,000.
She has almost 600,000 now,
which is remarkable because this story seems to have caught the attention of the white separatist Twitter, and they have decided that no, they are going to use this in the way that the black community uses their fundraisers. And I think that Dissident West here is correct that what is happening right now is basically a proxy race war.
Well, let me see Carmelo Anthony's give and go. Carmelo Anthony Is it Carmelo Anthony? No. Carmelo Anthony's a basketball player. Carmelo Anthony gives and go. Another Carmelo Anthony. All right. So we have 521,000. Shiloh Hendrix with $20. Protection. Anonymous giver. Defrost. But yeah, Black Rights, Jamie, anonymous giver. But yeah. Yeah. This is I agree with the guy that Sargon is talking about. And this is in a way, proxy race war. And currently the race that's winning is the white people. I don't know what this is crazy. As a fellow yellow man, I can only just laugh at this, man. I don't know. I just think this is hilarious that there is a proxy race war that's been happening. Right? We have okay, I'm gonna refresh Carmelo Anthony's. Let's see, 521,393. 521,393 did not do anything. Let's see. Let's go back to Shiloh's. It went up by $800. Is it because the whites are superior? At least that's what the black people would say, right? Right here. Oh my God, man! It's okay to be Blanco. White lives matter. Another N-word fatigue with $100. Holy shit, man. The N-word. Donald Trump with $10. Oh, fuck both and Somalia pirates. Yo, I'm alone. I'll hit you up when I'm in Nashville, okay? We will be so rich. All right? We will be so rich. Oh my God, we will be super, super rich, okay? Oh my God.
It's coming so quickly after the Carmelo Anthony incident and the manifest injustice that came from that. I can see why a lot of people are angry, right? Again, just other Austin Metcalf, the lad he killed. And a lot of people are saying things like no more white guilt, no more white shame.
So many troll accounts is hilarious, though.
Why should they have to live with this kind of burden? And you can see that actually a lot of it is, I'd say, just self-love, right? Whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, they aren't saying we hate black people. They're saying we like white people, which is quite different to what was going on Carmelo's one.
Right? For instance, if you're saying, I'm proud to be Asian, Asian pride, better recognize. Got rice, bitch. Got rice. Got soup, got food, got mice, got cars like us, got girls like us. Hell no, you're not Asian, never be like us. When I'm saying that, I'm not saying F the other, race, all right? I'm not saying that. I say, Asian pride, y'all gotta get my rice rocket. Y'all gotta get my, TikTok down through Chinatown.
Before we get to that, though, she's been reported to the police, even though I'm sure that what she's done in America isn't actually a crime because of the First Amendment. I'm reasonably sure.
What was a slander here? Well, Phil, you have to do what you have to do to Mike in the next Mario Kart stream. I got you. We're gonna get him with the Red Show. We're gonna get him with the Red Show, and then we're gonna take the bullet bill, and we're gonna take the bullet bill. Yeah.
She can say anything she likes, within reason. And it's interesting that Give and Go decided to wipe the comments on Carmelo's one. So, for example, if you go to his, where he raised $500,000 for murdering a young lad who was white, totally unreasonable, in my opinion, like utterly
100%, 100%,
and brutal.
They should even have a gives and goes for him.
The comments are all gone. You don't get to see the messages, just the donors. Very interesting, because I think a lot of people noticed that, as Callum has pointed out, Karmelo's mentions, the comments that went along with it, were anti-white hatred. I mean, death to the white man. How much worse can you get? Whereas with hers, it's, good luck. I hope you're okay. The tone is so obviously different.
That's true.
Again, if you're upset that in less than 5 years America went from supporting George Floyd to supporting Shiloh Hendrix, you're really not going to like what comes next. Yeah, well, I mean, people, I think, are really annoyed.
Yep.
I mean, this is just... It's not acceptable that justice is denied when the races are of a certain...
Yeah, look at that right over here. $5, death to white men. That's... Man, this just sort of like blew up the past like day or two. And for me, I'm just like, what's going on? Who is this white girl that's getting like, infamous? And I'm like, oh, okay. But people are like, nobody's winning at this point in time. Someone's dead. And then this guy's getting almost $600,000 versus a white girl that says the N-word to a black kid is getting $600,000 plus. So one is just a little bit worse than the other, right? Right? What Karmelo Anthony did was just a little bit worse, right? And here's the thing. Just remember, saying the N-word is according to a lot of people online, the crazy people online, they're basically saying that saying the N-word is as bad as killing someone, okay? People who annoy you. Naggers! That South Park episode's so good, bro.
Tone when the race is a certain kind. It's just not acceptable. And the black community is not happy about this. For example, let's have a listen to this.
Who's that?
And you guys raised $250,000 for her?
Yeah.
I am beyond disturbed.
I am beyond disturbed that people raised over $500,000 for a murderer. All right? Two wrong don't make a right, but one wrong is certainly more wrong than the other wrong. Okay? She said the N-word to an autistic kid. And then she called the guy who's filming also the N-word. They are not the same.
White people should not be forced to live among monkeys.
Oh, bro, look, you shouldn't say that online. That shit's fucking funny. Look, all right. If you guys haven't started using Instagram yet, you guys need to start using Instagram, man. Instagram is one of the best apps that I use. I use that app almost as much as I use X. It is fabulous. If you like this type of content and this type of stuff, what this guy's Frank DeFeedy, if you like that kind of stuff, use Instagram and look at the comments, bro. It's so fucking good. Here's the thing. It works both ways, okay? Racism towards black people, white people, Chinese people, boys, all type of boys, black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese boys, wang, dang, 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 wang. It doesn't matter. It's racism everywhere. I love it. I love Instagram. But bitch, you better you better calm your fucking tits. This is not even remotely close to what the other ones say. It's basically the other one is death to white people. I want to unalive white people. Like saying that kind of shit is pretty fucking bad versus calling a person a monkey or calling them a fucking a gay boy, a food lover, right? Chat and just food lover. I don't that's you guys can't call me that anymore. It's a slur.
Black fragility is getting pretty tiring. Sometimes to be accurate, you have to use unpleasant speech.
Yep, that's true.
White advocacy. I want to say that I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked. I'm angry.
Okay. I mean, again, I'm sorry, but this man murdered someone.
Bro,
This man obviously went looking for trouble and murdered someone. And in response, he raised $500,000 with many comments like this.
yeah, so comments like this, all right, death to white men is not the same thing as calling a black person a monkey. That's that's different. Okay, this is death threat. The other one is, bro, you look like a monkey. That's completely different. All right, that's wild, man. It's like calling me, hey man, why you're sleeping? Phil's always sleeping. Why do you look like the Simpsons? All right, why are you so yellow? Why are you jaundiced? Are you sick, Phil? It's like, bitch, I always look like this. Hey, you have a small dick. Who told you that? Is it because I'm Asian? But versus a call to violence, writing this thing on Twitter will get you banned. Writing someone looks like a monkey will not get you banned. They're not the same.
Whereas she said a word that, don't get me wrong, I don't think that she should be calling a 5-year-old child the N-word. Like, a 5-year-old child often is not not very well socialized.
Especially an autistic one.
That they shouldn't do. And sometimes they do things they know they shouldn't do, and they do them anyway. Trust me, I know. So I don't think that her response was in isolation reasonable.
Yeah.
And I don't think she should have done it.
Yeah, I agree. Should she have said the N-word to an autistic black kid? Probably not. But it does not warrant the vitriol that she's been getting, the backlash that she's been getting, right? A white person's like, I saw a meme. I saw a meme online and I thought the show was hilarious. It's what's it called again? It's like we're assembling a team. Oh, we're assembling a team. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, man! Like this, it's. Oh, fuck. Like I said, you shouldn't call a black kid the N-word, all right? But the thing is, like, I think this is where the black fatigue comes in from. It's just like, bro, we're just tired of it. And here's the thing, everybody, I guarantee you, like, everyone has used the N-word in one way or another. Even Jackie Chan has used it, all right? And and whether or not you're saying with the hard R or the A, it doesn't really matter. One point or another, you have used it in a way. But the thing is, it's not the same thing as calling a death threat to someone.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to condemn people who, in a wider context, understand that there's something greater going on.
Wait, Phil, I'm out.
Like, sorry, it was just speech.
Jackie Chan is black?
This was a murder.
That's news to me.
And it's hardly unique. It's hardly alone in the dynamics of it. And man, there were loads and loads and loads of people like this. There was a thread, in fact, of it. Where have I got? Yeah, there we go. There's just a thread of them furious, absolutely furious, and trying to get her deplatformed from Give, Send, Go, who at time of recording have not deplatformed her. So honestly, like I said, I don't agree with what she's done.
Yeah, I don't agree with it either.
But I can understand that she probably doesn't have a huge amount of money, probably lives in a rough area. I mean, why else would you be at a park where Somali accused sex offenders of prowling.
Yeah.
And
N-word fatigue. Look at that.
sorry, you know,
Fucking no way, bro. The Burger King. This is some pretty funny stuff as well. Holy shit, man. I love the internet.
this
I love the internet, man.
this is just too damn bad. Just too damn bad. I mean, again, if the standard wasn't so evidently set by this community, then maybe I would have more of a problem with it. If we didn't see this repeatedly, and this is not the first time, there have been many others. The George Floyd fundraisers were again
Exactly.
eye-opening. Absolutely
100%. And the fact that they sued the city and got a shit ton of money for it, like their family's completely set. Like I guarantee you all of these poor people, you know, for what we've seen, these poor black people, when someone in their family dies, they come out of the woodwork saying that their kid or their husband or their uncle or father was a great guy, would never hurt a fly. He went to the church all the time, yada, yada, yada. And then they get a shit ton of money from that shit, right? And the thing is, why doesn't white people do this? Why don't white people do this? If black people are doing it, why aren't white people doing it? Why aren't Asian people doing it? Why aren't Mexican people doing it? And the thing is that I believe they do actually do it, but it does not get the traction that it needs, right? If, for instance, you know, like if someone's grandmother died because a black person beat the shit out of her for fun in Chinatown in San Francisco, and they're trying to get money so they can, you know, get her justice or, you know, pay for the funeral. You know, they're asking $20,000. They barely get like $7,000. It's like that kind of shit, right? It's because the thing is that they're not black, right? They do it privately at a eulogy. Exactly. Like why do they have to blast this out from the high heavens? Why does fucking Al Sharpton have to come out? Maxine Waters have to come out. We must not let this stand. This is a death through the democracy and the black people. We ain't gonna stand no longer. No. We're gonna come together and we're gonna get in their faces and say that we demand justice for George Floyd. It's that kind of shit, man. Like people don't do that. Why? We should start doing that, man. You know what? Let's say, God forbid, something happens to someone I know or a family member, man. I'm be like, hey, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we come together right now to mourn the fallen, you know, my Uncle Jackie. Don't do feel so well, and somehow injustice got to him and he died. I'm going to need $1 million. Okay, listen. I need, I need $10 million. I need 1 million in ones, and then 5 million in 5, and then 5 million in 10. Okay, that actually maybe that come in, that's 11 million. Okay, and then the guy was like, do you want more? He's like, do you want any twos? He's like, no, who am I talking to? Hey, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I feel like I'm not the correct race to do that. No one would care because we are of the privileged, right? Who are the people who are oppressed? Who are the people that were slaves before? Who are this? Who are that? Right? Who is the most oppressed people in the U.S. right now? Probably black trans people. But if we're not talking about, the gender or anything like that, we're talking about black people, right? But the thing is that they have that victim mentality. And what makes it worse is like they want handouts and stuff like that. And that's the reason why they make this shit, Al Sharpton shows up, Maxine Waters shows up, or, Kamala Harris shows up, and they get like tens of millions of dollars that's poured into their family. And it's just so, I don't know. It's so dumb. Okay. It's so dumb. No problem. Just rush hour. Yep. Oh man.
The level of resentment many people in the black community hold towards the white community, even though I don't think the white community in America deserves it at all.
Keep Big Mike's
Insanely
name out of
tolerant
your
people
mouth.
generally. And what they're upset about is a lack of tolerance. People have decided that, no, we're just going to speak out against what you're doing. And it's driving them mad. How dare you? Well, I mean, how dare you? And so people are pointing out this. And I'm just going to read this from Chad Crowley because I think it does accurately summarize why Shiloh was able to raise so far $750,000. For years, the pattern was held. A white person makes a comment, sometimes crude, sometimes merely unfashionable. The video is clipped, stripped of context, and cast into the digital coliseum. The crowd demands penance. Doxing follows. Then come sponsors, employees, the journalists. The result is always the same: apology, groveling, ruin. This is not justice. It never was. It is a moral spectacle, a purification ritual for the postmodern West, where the cleansing agent is white submission. The apology is not meant to be accepted, but to affirm the guilt of the group.
Yep.
The goal is not reconciliation, but re-education,
Black
humiliation, and silence. Also, catharsis for the black community. But this time, it was the case of Shiloh Hendrix. The script cracked. Her personal details were posted. She received death threats. Her children were targeted, and yet she did not capitulate. She did not appear on camera with a quivering voice and downcast eyes. She launched a fundraiser, and white people responded.
Yeah, like imagine if after that she went on to knees like, oh, I was harassed. I was harassed by a Somali guy. I felt I was in danger. Oh, please, I hope this doesn't happen to anybody else. I was a good person. I never meant to say the N-word. It's like, yeah, like no, like I'm glad like I respect she is not doing that kind of shit. And I respect her. You know what? I'm just gonna open a Gives and Go. I'm just gonna do a a charity thing, not charity, people give me money because I'm a charity basket or whatever, charity case, give me money, protect my family, yada yada yada. And people are like, yeah, good. It's because the other side, look at what they're doing. They're on the news all the time. They're the person who stabbed the black guy that stabbed the white kid, and now the white kid's dead. The black guy's the victim.
Not the media, not the institutions, not the credential class, but ordinary white people. Tens of thousands poured in to support her. The platform, Give, Send, Go, not GoFundMe, which obviously bans these things, reported over 250,000 raised in days. These were not donations. These were the stirrings of something new. Each dollar said, we see what you're doing and we are done pretending. This is more than the defense of one woman. This is a rejection of the moral framework that made her a target. The Hendrix affair is not the first of its kind, but it is one of the first to end differently. No apology, no resignation, no collapse, instead resistance. And more than anything else, that signals a shift. Ritual is breaking, and with it the spell of white guilt. And this, I am genuinely annoyed. I mean, I'm just furious, frankly, at the way that what's his face is.
So I believe that's the dad, right? I believe that's Metcalf's dad. So son is killed, forgives the killer, kicked out of killer's press conference, and then swatted. Wait, I knew about the first three, but he got swatted too? Yeah, I can see why white people are just done with this shit. Like, not just white people, but people in general. It's like if you're talking about like a supremacy class, I think like according to what we're seeing, a lot of people who are playing the victim they're using their skin color to get ahead. And in that case, it sounds like it's not white people that's doing this. Right? White guilt only works if you feel guilty. The Karens would feel guilty about that shit. Right? The white Karens, I'm doing this for you. Those girls, those fat, ugly Karens that have nothing else better to do. They're the ones who would actually do a white guilt, white apology to the black community. Right? Oh my God. That shit pisses me off, man.
Is the stab.
He got swatted too.
Father was treated. Right. It's just genuinely awful.
Bring back Oriental flavor. Oriental flavor was actually one of my favorite ones. It's just soy sauce. It's just soy sauce flavor. I fucking Tango 300. I loved Oriental flavor top ramen, man. That show was legit.
Over this Karmelo murdering his son, as anyone could possibly have been. I mean, he was openly forgiving. Like his mother, the lad's mother was just like, well, I don't want to forgive. And I tell you what, if it was one of my sons, I wouldn't forgive either.
Yeah.
But he did everything he could according to the script. He did everything he could, everything he thought he was supposed to do, and he wasn't.
Nice guys finish
accepted
last
by the black community. He wasn't. They didn't say we're sorry. They didn't. The family of Karmelo didn't say I'm sorry, but we stole your son forever. And so yeah, people are glad to see when someone's like, you know what, I don't care. I'm not having this.
Yep.
And
People are
so
done.
yeah, I mean, I can't bring it myself to condemn this. I'm not, like I said, I don't endorse it at all. I don't think you should be calling anyone the N-word. I don't think that calling children slurs is a good idea either. And honestly, I think the current moral lock that one community has on another in the United States is just wrong. It's just wrong. The same standard should be applied to both. Like, Karmelo should not have been allowed to raise $500,000 on the back of "we hate white people, death to white people."
Yep.
That should not be permitted. And you should expect some kind of response if that is permitted. Because you're setting the rules of the game as black people can do what they want, and if they do something terrible to you, they can raise huge amounts of money, and white people just have to accept that. And that's not fair, and nobody's going to accept it.
Yeah, I think that's 100% true. I think people are just done, and the way that this is being handled is pretty wild. Is because it's just like people are just done with it, and I think you killed someone, and then you don't show any remorse, you don't apologize, and you raise over $500,000, and you bought an $800,000 house, you bought like $100,000 car. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, at least wait till everything ends first. Like, oh man, hey, I'm gonna be going to jail anyways, so like, might as well just use that money now, man. It's just it's pretty disgusting what's been happening, but I want to see the gives and go. All right, the gives and go. Let's go back to Carmelo Anthony. The gives and go right now for Carmelo Anthony is 521,393. 521,393. Refresh. 521,393. Did not go up. Shiloh Hendrix. 587,416. 587,416. 588,3. No, 588,926. Man. Save America. Anonymous giver, anonymous giver, anonymous giver, anonymous giver, anonymous giver. Jungle Yeto? Joseph Walker. N fatigue ceiling bird. Deport the no fucking way, bro. Deport them to Africa. We are tired of it. Anonymous giver, anonymous giver, anonymous giver. Oh my god, bro. This is the N word right over here. Anonymous giver, anonymous giver, anonymous giver. Principal real estate group, anonymous giver, anonymous giver. Man. Oh, that is crazy, bro. It takes two to know one N word. Stay strong, Shiloh, right? That's a good one. Anonymous, anonymous, anonymous. And then we love your Blanca's girl. Yeah, man. See, like she's getting a lot, man. She's getting a lot. All right, 588,926. 589,071. This shit is going up by the minute. This thing is going up by the minute. The white race must fight back with 20. Oh my god, man. Like I think this shit is I think this shit is funny. Yeah, man. This is that's pretty crazy, man. Look, it's just I I I don't know what to say, man. I just think that the internet is tired of all the stuff. Like, now here's the thing: if Carmelo Anthony's like family came out and said, "Yo, we're sorry," it's. But here's the thing: if he say he's sorry, that means it sort of admits the guilt that he did it, right? But they did say sorry that their son is gone. Did it show any remorse in that? I don't think so. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Project Eggroll podcast. Make sure to catch us live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Also, be sure to subscribe, and we will see you all there.